The Philippines. The blue, patriotism and justice. The red, valor and blood spilt for freedom and independence. The white, peace and purity. The white triangle is equality and a Kapunan nationalist organization. The three stars are the regions, the Luzon, the Mindanao, and the Visayas. The sun is the independence, and the 8 rays are the 8 provinces that led the uprising against the Spanish rule. Puerto Rico. The red is the blood that nourishes the government and the brave warriors. The white is victory, liberty, and independence. The blue triangle is 3 sides of the government and the blue waters of the ocean. The white star represents the island country, Boricua. Now, a lot of you may wonder why I started out with the flags and everything like that, and that's because, well, this is more than just 2 fighters. It's more than 2 popular fighters. It's more than 2 great fighters. This is countries. These are fighters that fight for their country and nothing else. They're very humble. They love their countries. They love their countrymen and women. Don't want to leave anybody out. And it's absolutely a treat for us to be able to watch this. Okay? Where do you start? How do you start? Can you even start? Personally, I want to see the fight, but I don't want to give a prediction. I want it to let it go out, and how it ends is how it ends. But that's not how we do it here, is it? And unfortunately, when you take a position like I've chose, I have to give that prediction. I owe it to myself, I owe it to you. And I need to make it as fair as possible. So here it goes. I'll start with Manny Pacquiao first, and then I'll go to Miguel Cotto. Manny Pacquiao, 49-3-2, 37 knockouts, an amazing fighter. We already know he's freakishly fast. He has the stamina to spare. He moves in, he moves out. He throws amazing combos. He's the hottest fighter on earth right now. His list of opponents is amazing. And unfortunately, only one of them is actually of any size to what Cotto is or will be when he comes into the ring. We know he's an aggressive and a smart fighter. We know he's a southpaw. You know, he's a warrior, and he's probably the most humble fighter on the planet. But he can be countered. He tends to let people get him into wars and take him a little bit out of his comfort zone. You catch him with a good shot, he acknowledges, and then he's coming in at you with fists so fast they blind you. Ask Hatton. But he drops his left when he throws that jab, which opens him up for the straight right hand to come in. He is going to be the smaller fighter in this fight. It was at 45. 145 is what the fight was signed at. So, I mean, he's amazing. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to beat around the bush. He seems like with Roach, he's stepped up his game to a level that nobody thought he could achieve. Nobody. The last time he was knocked out, I believe, was 1996, but that was at 110 pounds, so I don't know how much you can really put into that. And it was 13 years ago. Come on. Amazing. I can't knock him. He's a great fighter. So I'm going to move on to Cotto. Miguel Cotto. 34-1-0 with 27 knockouts. His one loss is questionable against Margarito. And, you have to give it for what it is. And did he cheat? We don't know. You know, he was winning the fight handily when he got caught, but you'll have that. He's got a great list of opponents. From the Margaritos, to the Mosleys, to the Judah, to the Clate. You know, his list is every bit as impressive as Manny Pacquiao's is. The difference, just about all his fighters are bigger. And if you want to point to De La Hoya, well, he beat the man that beat De La Hoya twice, and that was Mosley. He outboxed Mosley. And Mosley's got power and power to spare. So I don't think Pacquiao's going to be able to... because Cotto's got a great chin. He goes down, he gets back up. He's a great boxer as well. He may not be as fast as Manny, but then again, who is? But he's got speed. And he is fast enough that if Manny lunges in there, which I think he does, he lunges in there with that jab and drops that hand, that left hand, and he gets caught with that straight right, it's not going to be a good day. He goes to the body. He can war as well. He is susceptible to uppercuts. But are they going to stop him? Manny doesn't really throw a lot of uppercuts. Manny straight in on you, work the body, work the head, get in, get out. You know, he doesn't... he's a counterpuncher. And before you say anything, it was a counter left hook that dropped Clottey. Or Clotty. Whichever, potato, patata. But, you know, that dropped him there. And I don't think Clotty had ever been dropped before. Till that. And that was in the first round. And that cut happened in the third. Cotto was doing pretty good. Had he not had that cut, he might have got Clotty out of there. Who was a much bigger fighter. He's got power. He's not a freakish Thomas Hearns one punch knock you out power, but he does have a cumulative damage power, which shows, you know, with his 34 wins and 27 knockouts. You know, he is the bigger fighter in this. Not only is he the bigger fighter, he's a bigger prime fighter. Oscar De La Hoya, not in his prime. Ricky Hatton, not in his prime. David Diaz, he was in his prime, but he was 135. He's about 20 pounds lighter than what Cotto will be when he enters the ring. I don't think, as I said before, I don't think Pacquiao can knock out Cotto. I do think Cotto has enough power to hurt Pacquiao badly. Because this is 145, the edge does go to Cotto. Cotto was 146 for the Clotty fight, so 145 is not going to kill him. 142 would kill him. Cotto doesn't fight 140 anymore because his frame does not let him drop to 140. Pacquiao could fight 135 easily tomorrow. This is going to be a war. Pacquiao's speed will determine a lot of how this fight goes. How Pacquiao chooses to go about this fight. Is he going to fight it kind of like Amir Khan did against Kotelnik? Is he going to stay on the outside, pop in, get out, or will he be led into a war? You know how Pacquiao is. You get him with a good shot, he's coming back at you. But that opens him up to get hit more too. This isn't Juan Manuel Marquez hitting you. This is Cotto. That was weird. Cotto. Cotto. So, can Pacquiao survive that? Will he be able to maintain that against a man in his prime? Cotto's 28 years old. Pacquiao's only 30. That makes this fight even more intriguing. So with that being said, I got to give a prediction. And a lot of people are going to be mad either way I go, but I got to give it, and I got to give what I think. Wow. Because it's at 145, I'm going with the edge to Cotto. I don't think Cotto will knock Pacquiao out. I think this will go the distance, and I think Cotto takes it just because of the power. I think the power is going to play a big part in this. I don't see Manny holding on. I see Manny getting hurt. 4th, 5th round. And it's more of Manny's heart keeping him in the fight than, you know, being finished. I think Manny will hang in there, but he will lose the decision. And I say decisions, I don't want to say Manny gets knocked out. Well, this is the Big Ragu. You wanted it, you got it. Y'all have a wonderful day.